Hey, there we go. Hi, Northgate Eagles. I'm Mr. Dan here in the counseling office, or more accurately, the remote learning counseling office. And I'm so grateful to be here with Miss Nia
Hi.
and Miss Jackie,
Hello.
Miss Sarah. The four of us have been thinking about what we are grateful for. And we're going to share with you why we encourage you to try to think about noticing what you're grateful for and strategies about being grateful. We're grateful for many things, and the grateful thoughts we create and notice will create feelings. Like, I'm feeling a little happy because I just had a grateful thought. And when I feel happy, I have energy to do things like reading and math and writing, you know, being curious, all those learning things. So grateful thoughts give me good feelings, they give me energy. Perhaps you've seen this before, this triangle here. This is something we talk about in our counseling office about how when we have thoughts, like grateful thoughts, those thoughts can lead to feelings. Oops, there's the feelings. On this part of the triangle, and the feelings like, oh, hey, I'm a little bit happy. Again, they give me that energy to say, wow, I feel like reading a book right now. I'm feeling good. So that's what we're going to be talking about today, is how to get that energy. Pleasant feelings is something that we really wanted to find in our lives right now, because these are difficult times. We're staying in our places. We're not going to the playground. We're not going to see our teachers and our friends. All of those things are frustrating. So but there's a lot out there to be grateful for. And when we can put those thoughts in front of us, then we can feel better, and then we can do the things that we can do, the things available to us. So we decided to open our remote counseling office, even during spring break, to just stop and enjoy the gratefulness that we feel. And for me, I'm going to talk mostly about nature, because I've been lucky in that I live in a neighborhood where I can find kind of empty streets and sidewalks. So I can go out and be in nature. We have to be safe. So if that's not available to you, there are other ways to be in nature, and we'll talk about those. Like one thing could be just focusing on a flower. Like, what do I have here? Oh, I have daffodils.
Daffodil.
Daffodils are a flower of springtime, and spring is really one of my favorite times in nature, because it's like when nature's just like coming back and springing back. Flowers are popping out of the ground, and leaves are growing, and leaves get funny little spots on them, like yellow spots and red spots. And then of course, there are the birds singing, and there's in my neighborhood, when I walk right now, there's a lot of squirrels, and they're running all over the place, and there are bunny rabbits. So I see bunny rabbits on my walk, and it's a wonder to do that. And then I'm smelling all kinds of nature. I'm smelling the grasses growing, and it's something that brain scientists have actually studied as humans, that we really benefit from looking at nature. Even like, let's say that we're not on a walk, but we have a window in our house. So if I have a window and I look out that window and I see a tree, and I can look at the tree and I can study the branches, and I can look and see what's on the branches of the tree. And then I can, maybe I could draw the tree. At least I could observe it and describe it all in my mind, and just focus my attention on the wonder of that tree. If it's safe to have an open window, and remember, let's stop and talk about safe, right? Safe is always the first important thing. So only be by an open window if it's safe to be by the open window. But if you are, you might be able to hear the sounds of those birds. Maybe a bird will fly up and land on one of the window ledges. And there's all kinds of birds right now. So many birds are coming back to Seattle. And then also you can smell some of the nature coming in. So when you're having these other thoughts like, oh, I wish I could go to the playground, and then you can just go, whoa, look at that out there. That is beautiful. don't know if you've seen the cherry trees for the last couple of weeks, but they get these blossoms and it's almost like a popcorn all over a tree. And so this has been a really wonderful thing for me is nature. I've been able to sometimes spend like minutes where that's all I'm thinking about for several minutes is noticing the nature around me. This is like, this is a plant that comes from where I stay. It's just right out it's called a hellebore, I think. There's all kinds of hellebores, but what I love about these is they're purple, like they're little purple umbrellas. And then on the back, they're green and and you just put your mind in this little teeny bit of nature right here. So what I want to just tell you today is that my gratitude strategy is to think about nature, and particularly because it's springtime and particularly because we've had all this sunshine. So it's like a giant spotlight on nature. So in fact, if you're by a window, whether it's closed or open, there are times of the day when you feel the sunshine just coming in and you get the sensation of the sun all over your face. So nature's all around us. We can bring it into our house. We can look out the window. When it's safe, we can go out and be more in nature. And for me, that's created those thoughts of, oh, that's beautiful. And then it creates those feelings of, I feel pretty good. And then it creates those behaviors of, I feel a little energy to read a book or something now. So next, I think we have Sarah. Miss Sarah, are you next today? Oh no, Miss Jackie.
Jackie.
All right,
That's me.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Dan. That was really nice because I was just telling the group, everybody, is that I don't have a garden. I don't have much space outside, but inside my home, I have little plants, and I've been walking up to them every morning and watching them grow. And some grow really slowly, and some have been just sprouting. And I think that has helped me practice my thankfulness and my gratitude. And I wanted to say that it's been a practice and a daily exercise to really try to practice gratitude of what I'm thankful for, what I'm grateful for having. And I know it's hard for a lot of us right now because we are staying home because we want to be safe. But sometimes we do have to go outside. So when we do, myself and my family, we try to be very grateful for the people who are still open, whose shops are still open, and places where we can get our food supply and things that we need in our home. So, for example, I went to my local post office and my grocery store, I think a couple days ago, and what I noticed were a lot of spaces in the line, a lot of people waiting. The lines look extra long, and the workers are working as hard as they can. And there's a couple levels of gratitude in my mind. I'm thinking, I'm going to practice a little patience right now because it does look like a very long line. And of course, I want to get back home or to my next thing. But I think it was great to practice. I'm really thankful that this place is still open. And I'm really thankful that I can get the things that I need. And I'm grateful for the people who are still working right now. They are trying to do the best that they can, and we are trying to do the best that we can to all keep each other safe. The next level of gratitude that I practice is if someone is, ringing up or adding all my total numbers together and they're handing me my groceries, then I make an effort to say thank you. Thank you for your patience, or thank you for your time, or I might say have a great day, or I might say take care. That shows them that I see them as a fellow human being and that we can all practice being patient and grateful for each other at a safe 6 feet away, right? So that's how I've been practicing gratitude. If I do have to step outside, I'm thankful for people who do recognize social distance, meaning that safe space we're trying to keep right now. I'm grateful for the people who will give extra space and extra cushion bubble space. Very thankful for everyone who's trying to keep all of us safe together as a community. So that's how I've been practicing some ways of gratitude. And I do believe the next person in our counseling office is Miss Sarah.
Yeah, Yes. Thank you. Well, I'm feeling grateful right now for listening to all of this. I think just filling me with some good feelings right now, just thinking about how we do this. So for me, my practice of gratitude is to write things down. I find it really helpful to actually, get a pen or a pencil. And actually, when I write it down, it almost becomes more meaningful to me, rather than just thinking it. So I suppose maybe it's because things come and go in my mind quite fast, I find, in the day. So writing it down, it means I can see it, and then I can also go back to it. So I actually have two books that I write things down in, and I've got them here. They're two little books. But you can make your own as well. But what happens in my book is it just says, in this one that I write down often, it just says, I am grateful for, and there's three, and there are 3 lines. So write down for 3 things. And it was funny because I opened this today, and I don't do it every day. I just do it when I need it. I'm going to show you how to make a journal this week and do an activity for us, so you can make your own journal at home if you want to try it. And you can do it every day, but you can also just do it when you need it as well, and give it a go. So when I opened this today, the top it says, and this is just a really nice reminder, it says, sometimes just carrying on is the superhuman achievement. That was by a man called Albert Camus. And I thought, that's true, isn't it? Sometimes just carrying on helps. So we can use writing down things that you're grateful for. So I'm going to show you, you can make your own journal just with 3 pieces of paper. It's really easy. Okay, so we get a first piece of paper, and you need to, I've done one a little bit early. All you need to do is draw 6 lines across it, just like that. And what that makes is 7 different areas. 7 for 7 days of the week. Okay, and you can do that on the front and on the back. And we're going to do that on 2 pieces of paper, and then you put them together. And then you fold it in half, just like that. And this is the inside of your book. And then down each line, we can write a letter for the different days of the week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Okay? All right, so that's the inside of your book. And then the fun bit. Then you get 1 more piece of paper, which you fold in half. Just a plain sheet, just like that. This is going to be your front cover. And you tuck it inside, like this. And then you can just decorate it as you like. And I'll show you, I've started decorating mine, which is just like this. And I've started it with a gratitude message. And you know what I did here? I just did a big squiggle and kept my pencil running for a few squiggles. And I've just started coloring in the different areas. And each area, every time I picked up a pencil, a different color crayon, I thought about something different to be thankful for. So with the purple, I thought, while I was coloring, I was thinking, I'm thankful for my body, for everything my body has done today. Then I picked up my red pencil, which I can't see right now, and I colored in my family, people who are important to me, my family. When I was thinking about them while I was coloring the red. And then with the blue, I was thinking about my friends. Oh, my friends that I can't see right now, but I'm really missing them. So I was coloring that. And that's started me off for the beginning of my journal with the people and the things in my life that I'm grateful for. And as I say, I'm going to put this information for you on the website, so you can have a go this week and do your own, if you'd like to try writing it down or coloring the things you're grateful for. Over to Miss Nia.
Great transition to what I like to practice for my gratitude, because it's similar to Miss Sarah. I also like to write things down, but I keep my things I'm grateful for in a jar, and I call it a gratitude jar. So you can use any type of jar, an old spaghetti sauce jar, or we love jars at my house. So we have lots of different kinds of jars. I think this was an old peanut butter jar. And I even found something that I made when I was in elementary school, which is from just an old can. And I decorated it with old magazine cutouts and used Mod Podge glue, which you can find at the store, and to glue it on. But I thought this would be fun to show you. So you can use any type of container for your gratitude jar. And I went ahead because I know that if I don't have things prepared, I might not do it. And so I got a little envelope and I cut out scratch paper, little sheets, so that it's ready to go. And I just keep it next to my gratitude jar so that I can get going right away. And you can do this any time of day, morning or evening. I prefer to do mine in the evening because it helps me think about my day and what happened and what I'm grateful for for that day. I started mine yesterday. Never too late to start. And similar to what I put 3 in every day, similar to what's already been talked about yesterday, I was grateful for beautiful flowers in bloom and sunshine and books. Books are helping me pass some of the time that we're spending at home alone. So I have put those in my jar, and for today, I made mine this morning so I could show you. I have music. I like to put music on and dance. I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for friends that I can talk to on the phone. And then I start every day with coffee. One thing I also try to do, in addition to writing things down, is thinking about how this came to be in my life. And it helps me extend my gratitude circle beyond just my cup of coffee. So some of you might know, I lived in a country in Africa called Rwanda. And in Rwanda, they have coffee bushes. I had never seen how coffee grew before going to Rwanda. And so in my community where I lived, there were coffee bushes everywhere. And I got to see how the coffee grows on the bush from a berry. It starts as a berry, and then the farmers pick it and they dry it, and there's bean inside the berry, and then they roast it. And so it's a very complicated process to get coffee. And then the coffee is exported from all these countries all over the world here. So it helped me not only be grateful for my cup of coffee, but for the farmers that are taking care of the plants and all the people that are a part of the process, from getting the coffee from the country to my cup in the morning. So that is my gratitude practice. And to wrap up, I just want to tell all of you that we are all very grateful for each one of you. And we're very grateful for the community of Northgate Elementary, because it is a very special community, and grateful that you're all a part of it, because you all make up the community. And we offer these ways to practice gratitude to each of you, and you can find one that works for you. And thank you for joining us today. And we look forward to seeing you the next time. Bye, Northgate Eagles.
See you next time.